And then the representation from which the sign takes, from which, and then we interpret it. We call it as interpreter. Interpreter is not the person that interprets the sign, no. But interpreter is interpretation. Just say we can say that interpreter is meaning or nawat. But please term it as interpreter and representation. Still about what makes meaning. Halliday proposed that in about meaning in his book Language and Language Function. And then Press and Lewin and et al. Also put a study in sign or what makes meaning. This is called social semiotics. So in this case, semiology by the first pioneer, just about sign and concept. And then the second one, Peirce put a term as semiotics, just in this triadic. But Halliday proposed what we call as social semiotic is the development of the first and the second. So this is wider than Peirce. Peirce is wider than Saussures idea. Yeah, and then everything that we can make as a sign that can be giving meaning, it is meaning. So social semiotics, I tried to make a definition based on the expert. That is investigating human sign lying practice to explain meaning, making a social practice by Thibault. That is to understand how people are enabled to communicate using a variety of means, or we call it as modes. Everything that can be used for communication, it is mode. In a specific social and cultural circumstances, there is social semiotic. Everything that we can make for communication, it is called mode. And it contains meaning. Whatever. That is social semiotics. Still about what makes meaning. This is still about introduction. Yeah, Merz try to put a research in politics to find out the meaning. And then Hochman from magazine. And then Mary and Liate in visual image scope. Bean et al. In trademark of production of a product. And then Butar-Butar about ulos in Batak. What ulos means. So we are talking about meaning here now. Okay, ulos, Butar-Butar. And then Jawa et al. And friends and colleges try to investigate the symbolic forms and the meaning. Still about meaning. And then the background is based on my observation by myself in some ceremonies in Medan. So I found like this. Just say family A give A to B. And then in one moment, in the other moment, ceremonies, the same object is given by C there in the second ceremony, is given to the different one from in the first session. Why this happened? The same object I give to A, But in that case, the same object I give to B. How can this happen? In Batak, in some ceremonies, Batak, the same ceremonies, but by the different, just say, clans in Batak. Commonly, there is a tradition, Batak Toba, Cilindung, adat Toba, adat Cilindung, adat Samosir, adat Humbang. So, how this happened? There is something trigger me to take this title and to take this, to put this into my research. And then, because I was triggered, inspired by that case from some researchers, the previous research, and based on my observation in some ceremonies in Medan, I take this material, this to be my research. So, but I put the object here is about ulos, Batak traditional woven cloth, Dekkenaniarsik. I think all of us know it. Dekkenaniarsik, the brightly fish, the brightly cooked fish. I mean, and tudu ni si panganon. Yeah, I mean, in Batak people, usually some parts of the animal that have been cooked is given to A, B, C as a respect to them. But it depends on the status of the one given with these parts of the animal. And then the artifact that I'm going to, I was taken to in my research, and then in ceremonies, these three artifacts were applied in three ceremonies. I want to see it. That is in wedding party, and then baptism. In Batak, we call it as tardidi, and entering a new house. In Batak, mangopoy jabu. When we build a new house, we have to make how do you say, just a party. Kita baru bangun rumah, kita biasanya buat syukuran, ada caranya. Jadi mangopoy jabu, entering a new house. And then this artifact, ulos Dekkenaniarsik, actually how we can try, how can we make or get the meaning of this artifact actually? There is by Sif. He said that artifact is everything those resulting from human activity is categorized as artifact. Any. And then how to identify this is an artifact, this is not.
Saudara Promovendus, karena waktu tinggal 4 menit, 4 menit ya, apa bisa langsung ke metode, hasil, novelty, implikasi, itu yang penting, karena waktu tinggal 4 menit lagi ya.
Thank you, Pak Din. The research methodology, this research was as a qualitative research. And then the object of this study is that I said just now, ulos Dekkenaniarsik, and then data and sources of data, all of the data are qualitative, and then the source of data I took from the moderator, speech moderator of the community. Techniques of collection of data, I use interviews by interviewing, and then documentary and observation that I have said that that time. Technique of data analysis. I use Miles' description by condensation, displaying the data, and then verifying. Trustworthiness of data by triangulation, display, and dependability. Data analysis. Okay, I have to jump because just now need the novelty, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to come to the conclusion. Yeah, the conclusion. Yeah, the conclusion is artifact in Toba Batak ceremonies. Artifact in Toba Batak ceremonies are modes. It means that anything, something that can be used to express or we use for communication. That is mode, potential. They may vary actually. They may vary in meaning due to different regions. So it can result in varieties and different ceremonies. And then artifacts in Toba Batak ceremonies have changes in meanings as well as the words in language and categorized into extra linguistic force is extra linguistic factor. That is the causal factor of the changes in the meaning of the Toba Batak artifact. And then the implication, theoretically, this can give benefit to the enrichment of semiotic study. The second one, practically, the implication is can be in language learning, especially for textbook writers and then maybe textbook reviewers. It can be used, for example, like this. If the textbook writers should put the content, should put the essence of the contents about culture of Batak.
Baik, Saudara Promovendus, waktu sudah lewat
Okay, I'm
20
sorry.
menit dan tidak bisa diakhiri.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Yeah. I think that is all my presentation, although the time is so limited, but I have to stop it. I hope all of you can get the points, although it is so short and small. Not short, not small. I mean, so short. I hope all of you can get the points of what I was trying to express. Thank you for your kindly attention, and I'll welcome question or suggestion or everything that you are going to grow to me. Thank you.
Ya, baik. Bapak dan Ibu dan penguji sidang terbuka promosi doktor dan Dewan Guru Besar yang berhadir, kita telah sama-sama mendengarkan presentasi disertasi oleh Saudara Promovendus dan tentunya juga Bapak Ibu Dewan Penguji sudah juga membaca ringkasan disertasi yang sudah dibagikan sebelumnya. Jadi itu kesempatan kepada Bapak Ibu dan penguji dan juga yang mewakili Dewan Berbesar untuk mengajukan pertanyaan-pertanyaan ujian. Untuk kesempatan pertama kita berikan kepada penguji eksternal yaitu Bapak Profesor Dr. Ridwin Purba M.Hum. Dipersilakan, Prof.
Ya, terima kasih kepada Bapak Dekan Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Good morning. Thank you for the chance to our Chairman, State University of Medan, who has given a trust to me for the external examiner of doctoral promotion examination of Propo Mendus Horace Huta Barat. I would also to thank you to the Dean of Language and Art, Faculty of Medan State University, to Bapak Dr. Zulkifli. And then thank you also to Ibu Dr. Pahriha Sitangga, the head of English Applied Linguistic Program of Postgraduate Study of Medan State University. My expectation is also directed to Professor Berlin, MPD, and Professor Dr. Sumarsi M. Hum as the promoter and co-promoter, and also to Professor Amrin Saragi, PhD, as the examiner, Professor Sri Minda, MS, Professor Dr. Iwayan Dirgayasa M. Hum as the examiner, and also Ibu Dr. Marsito Warni. My expectation is also directed to Professor Conster of Medan State University. My congratulations to Anggiat Huta Barat as the Propo Mendus in this doctoral promotion. This doctoral promotion session is an important moment for Bapak Horace Huta Barat to show the result of your hard work and your doctoral education in State University of Medan. There are some questions that I would like to go with your presentations today, especially to your dissertation. One thing before I'm giving a question, have you put all the, the information when we had close examination from all the examiner? Have you put all the correction to your dissertation?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you very much. So my question, first of all, why is this research important and relevant in your study of English applied linguistics then?
Pardon me, please.
Why is this research?
Why?
Why is this research important and relevant in your study of English applied linguistics?
Thank you for the question. Yeah, because I'm one of the students of applied linguistics. So one of the studies in linguistics is what we call semiotics, and there are some others actually. Of course, I try to apply or to implement my my knowledge about these the studies that I have learned. I have to try to implement it. In this case, like meaning in this case semiotics. I have to apply my knowledge about semiotics through the other disciplines. I think actually this is about sociology or anthropology. So I have to implement my my knowledge in that other in that field. So applied linguistics is the application of one discipline to the other disciplines. I think it is so relevant for me. Your question is this relevant or why is this relevant?
Okay, thank you. And what do you think about the strength and the weaknesses of your research using qualitative research, especially taking the message of the artifacts?
Okay. Actually, the strength of my research or the result of my research is that based on based on some researches that I have ever read, I found that studying about artifacts, all of the researchers focus on finding the meaning, focus on finding the meaning of the objects or the artifacts. That's all. Like I said just now, ulos. What is the meaning of ulos? Jawa et al. What is the meaning of artifact, this artifact? Most of them been at all about the meaning of trademark. So most of them that I've ever read focus on the meaning. I also take this into my focus, but not just in that area. I was so interested to find out the varieties, the changes, and what are the factors of these varieties and changes that they may happen. So that is my strength. And then the second one, I realized that this research is have some weaknesses because when I went through the interviews, there were many. I found many things or data from the speech speech moderators that I couldn't grasp. So the data just say lack of data. Some of them, because they answered just based on what I asked them. So maybe I myself had that weakness because I don't know. Maybe I don't know much about what should I ask to them. So because the principal, they just answer my question, and that is why. So if I know much about this, maybe I can ask them about. I can ask them much about this, and they will give answers much about this. So the data will be abundant. But in fact, I realized that I know I know nothing about this actually. So I just designed my interview based on what I know only. That is my limitation, and this is my weakness. And the data also had the weakness. That's all, Prof, that I can give you. Okay, go ahead, please. Theoretically, I think like this. To me, my study is not merely finding out the meaning of artifacts. Not just that. Actually, I based on the meaning of the artifact. The meaning of the artifacts, not about meaning and artifact. We have to differentiate it. The meaning of artifact. Through the meaning of artifacts actually represented the life relationship, the interaction between one individual with another in one community of a culture. So not just the meaning, not merely focus on the meaning finding about the meaning finding of the artifact, but how it works, how the people, how the community works that time through the findings of the meaning of the artifacts, how they respect one another, how they keep the harmony in the community. We can find it, or just the artifact reflected. And globally, in global surrounding or atmosphere, I think through the artifact, through the study of the meaning of the artifact that I said just now reflected the interrelationship of individual that time, it can also be, and hopefully it can be implemented nowadays. Actually, I think we know that nowadays we have lost tolerance and mutual respect. We have the situation is lost. I think we can say lost. Peace between one country or one nation to another. I think we know the war. It happened just because no respect. So, and then the second one is uh, uh, this world needs everything that can keep peace, mutual respect between one nation with another nation. I think that is global in global the essence of my research. Not just about studying or searching the meaning of the artifact only, no, but more than that, because the meaning, through the meaning of the artifact, we could get the situation, the figure about the community of our ancestors that time. And then maybe whatever is good, we can try to implement it nowadays in our life. And maybe like the bad one, the negative one, yeah, say goodbye. Not all, not all tradition or culture in one community is good. Like in Africa, for example, what we call it, this the ethnics with magic, what we call it, I forgot it. Voodoo, yeah, voodoo. That is their one of their tradition or culture, but because of the religion, we refuse it now. So now all parts of the culture of one community or one nation can be adapted. We have to what is it, to filter it. So that is my answer, Prof, about the in global point of view of my study about meaning of the artifact.
Baik, terima kasih Prof. Ridwin yang telah mengajukan beberapa pertanyaan ujian dan semua sudah dijawab dan dijelaskan oleh Saudara Promovendus. Berikutnya kesempatan untuk menguji kita berikan kepada Bapak Profesor Dr. Amrin Sragi MA yang mungkin hadir secara daring video. Ya, silakan. Bisa dikeraskan.
Thank you, Prof. Amrin. Yeah, I tried to, I could grasp what you want, what your question to me. I tried to answer one by one. The first one is, what are the aspects you want to promote in your research? What are the aspects you want to promote, you are going to promote? As I thought, I described just now, studying on the semiotic meaning of artifact is not a matter of finding out the meaning of the artifact and what the artifact that has this meaning, not just that. Not stop until there. But more than that, I want, actually in this case, I want to show to the readers that my study reflects the interaction, the good interaction, mutual respect, and how they keep this all into harmony that makes the one community can stay longer from our ancestors till now on. That is actually the emphasis that I want to promote to the readers of, actually through this of course the readers can get, I hope, can get these points in my mind, not just merely on the meaning finding of the artifact, the semiotic meaning of the artifact. That is the first one. So not only in that meaning, but the essence. How I think you would agree with me that artifact reflected the life of our ancestors, how they can live, how they live one another harmoniously and stay longer, mutual respect and so on. Through the artifact, we can get, artifact can say something about this all. Although artifacts are objects, non-living things, but all of them can say something, can express something. And then that is the first one. And then the second one, what is the change of the artifact in your research? Yeah, actually, the changes of meaning in the changes, I want to make a classification first. Actually, this is what is the change of the artifact, or what is the change of meaning of the artifact, actually. But what I get, the point is, what is the change of meaning of the artifact? Okay, that is what I can guess. Yeah, the change of meaning of the artifact in my research is that there are two. That is about in Silindung culture or Tarutung, just that my home country or home village. There is about upatulang. In Sibisa, upatulang, and then in Silindung, about in Batak, saksang. That is the object. That is the artifact. And then upatulang. Upatulang is actually means a sum of money that is given to the brothers of a bride. That is upatulang. A sum of money that is given by the mother of the brides to her, the mother of the bride to her brother. That is upatulang. Maybe to make it clear, I make it in bahasa. Yaitu sejumlah uang yang diberikan oleh ibu pengantin perempuan kepada saudaranya laki-laki. sejumlah uang yang diberikan oleh ibu pengantin perempuan kepada saudara laki-laki ibunya itu. Dari upah tulang in tuh Batak. Kalau sebaliknya, sejumlah uang yang diberikan oleh ibu pengantin laki-laki, tadi pengantin perempuan, yang diberikan oleh ibu pengantin laki-laki kepada saudara ibunya laki-laki, tulang istilahnya di dalam bahasa Batak, tulang itu nanti titin maraku, sama-sama tulang. Tapi tulangnya perempuan dan tulangnya laki-laki. Saya kalau menikah, kalau posisi dalam hal menikah, tulang saya ada. Orang tua saya akan memberikan titik marakub ke tulang saya, ke saudaranya laki-laki. Tapi kalau saya perempuan, saya juga punya tulang, yaitu saudara laki-lakinya mama saya. Ini nanti namanya upah tulang. So in this case is upah tulang. Actually, it must be 10% of the dowry dari sinamot, dari mahar 10%, 10%. But the realization, actually traditionally, Batakly, secara Batak ada Batak 10%. But nowadays, that say the what is it? That action may not happen. The mother of the bride could could give more than 10%. In fact, in a reality, or below the 10%. Jadi kalau let me make it in bahasa, kalau lebih banyak maharnya diberi kepada calon pengantin perempuan, bagaimanalah hati ibu pengantin perempuan ini kepada saudaranya? Mau dia memberi lebih besar ke sana daripada ke tulangnya pengantin pria. Karena yang megang duit kan dia. Si orang tua pengantin perempuan. Jadi ini mau berbagi, kan harus dibagi kepada tulang masing-masing. Tulangnya si perempuan dan tulangnya si laki-laki. Nah, mau kadang sembunyi-sembunyi yang tulang dari perempuan lebih besar ke sana, ke saudaranya laki-laki daripada ke tulangnya si calon pengantin laki-laki. Nah, jadi terjadi perbedaan. Sudah lari dari norma itu. That is the decrease, I said it as decrease of the sense of Batak tradition. Sense kebatakan itu sudah berkurang. Nowadays, sekarang ini. That's the change of meaning, I think. Because Mr. Prof. Amrin asked about what is the change of the artifact. Apa perubahan makna artifact itu? That is what I can get from the question. That is the change of the meaning. And then the third one is, what is the implication of your research? Yeah, I think because Prof. Amrin is not here, he doesn't hear my just say what my presentation. I emphasize here in the implication that there are two major implication in my dissertation. That is theoretically and practically. Theoretically, the finding in this research is can give benefits to the enrichment of semiotic field, especially the social semiotics. To me, this is social semiotic field rather than actually semiotics is social semiotic is the development of semiotic and semiology. That is the similarity. But the foundation of the study of meaning is proposed by Saussure and Peirce just now. The development of the foundation is by Halliday. That is social semiotics. That is, and then that is the first one theoretically. And then practically, the implication can be implemented implemented in language learning. Language learning. How can this how we can work for the how we can work on this finding of the artifacts in language learning? Yeah, I think I emphasized just now, this is so beneficial to the textbook writers or textbook reviewers. For textbook writers, I think as what we call it, local wisdom. When trying to design a book, that is local wisdom, muatan lokal. There must be muatan lokal in a textbook. So the textbook writers should put the content concerning with Toba Batak artifact or Toba Batak culture. And then the textbook reviewers should review this textbook whether the textbook contains that material or not for Sumatera Utara, because this is about local wisdom. That is the answer about the answer to the question of Prof. Amrin. That's all that I can give to Prof. Amrin for my answer. Thank you, Prof. Amrin.
Baik. Jadi tadi pertanyaan dari Prof. Amrin yang disampaikan melalui video dan sudah kita dengar jawaban dan penjelasan dari saudara Provendus. Terima kasih. Berikutnya kita berikan kesempatan kepada penguji Ibu Profesor Dr. Sri Minda Murni, MS, yang hadir melalui Zoom. Silakan Prof. Minda.
Terima kasih Bapak Dekan, Bapak Pimpinan Sidang yang saya hormati. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terdengar suara saya ya Pak?
Keras, bagus, jelas.
Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Pak Horas, congratulations for you. I would like to highlight two statements that might be beneficial for you and also for those who will get benefit from the dissertation, Pak.
Yes, go ahead.
There are 2 points that I would like to highlight, and I would like to hear your comments on that. Okay?
Okay, bro.
Yeah. Number 1, as I understand from your the previous comments or answers given by you to the examiners, I think that you would like to highlight that to maintain the good interrelationship, the mutual respect, the harmony,
Yes.
we need to maintain the artifacts as it used to be.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes,
now, you are talking about variations, right? And
yes,
also changes. Yeah, I understand about the variations. I demanded last time about the changes, but we are not talking about that. But my questions dealing with this, your comments on the statements, and also this question is based on these variations and changes, Pak Horas, to which directions they will go to, as you can predict from the what you have been able to map, yeah, the variation and then changes that is happening right now. You already get the map. So to which directions do you think they will go? And from those districts that you are studying, Pa, which
true.
will be you think as the best to guide all, to keep all what you say as maintaining the interrelationship through the artifacts?
All right.
Okay, that is question number one. Maybe don't be too long, Pa.
Okay, yeah, I will try, Prof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one, I forgot now. The first one about the. Please
You are
repeat.
saying that to maintain the good
Yeah,
interrelationship,
yeah.
the mutual respect, the harmony, we need to maintain the artifacts as it used to be, right?
Yes,
But
Prof.
there are
Because,
some changes now. There are some variations now. Now, my
yeah,
question is to which directions they will go, and from the districts that you are studying, who will be the best guide for all to
yeah.
lead us to the best directions that you would like to lead us to?
Okay. I think variation, not just in the in meaning, not just in
Mhm.
meaning in our or even our tribe and nations, variation, we cannot avoid variation. But the thing that we have to keep actually, don't let the variation make us damage or ruin the relationship. That is the in global point of view of my finding actually. Okay,
Mhm.
so what I get from your points or your question is how I said just now to maintain the mutual respect and some others, but now we have variation. How can we make it to
Mm.
come to my point just now? I think that is what I the thing that I can get from your the point that you trying to ask to me. Now I think that's why I said that although variation exists, don't let it ruin the harmony or the attempts that we have made from the ancestors. That is why actually in especially in Batak ethnics, there is what we call as Soba Marhula Hula, Elek Marburu, three principle, Manat Mardongat Tubu. If we use this, I think the variation may 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 change, not become destroyer among us. So marhula hula, respect the older, the higher level. But the higher
Okay.
level should
Mhm.
respect the lower one. Ele marburu. And then manat mardongat tubuh. We have to keep our relationship to the others.
Right.
That is the Dalian Natulu philosophy in our
Right.
Bataan. So we have
Right.
to use this actually to, although we are having variation in our
Variations.
lives,
Oh,
we can use this, not because
the
I'm Batak. Yeah, that's all.
okay. So
Yeah.
we should stick to the main principle, right?
Yes, Prof.
Yeah. Okay. And then question number two, Pa. I remember when we talk about the tandok, Pa, we are talking about the material, the woven one, and the plastic one. Do you still remember that, Pa?
About-
Tandok,
yes, Prof.
right?
Right there.
Okay. So I will go from this empirical fact about the material lead you to the more substantial one, essential one. You said last time that since plas since yeah, so you said as I understand and also what I understand myself of the meaning, the semiotics meaning, and the reflection of the how people uh, give meaning to the artifacts. I understand that when you are using plastic one, it is less meaning, but when you are using the woven one, it gets deeper meaning, more meaning, hidden meaning in the original meaning to show respects. Since the process of making the artifact itself takes longer time if it is the woven one, and also more intense in the terms of processing, making it. So Pak,
Yes, Prof.
again, how will you use these empirical things to the substantial one, uh, to the relevance of the nowadays situations? Kira-kira seperti itulah, Pak. People more practical, but still we need something deeper in meaning, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Respect
Prof.
in, yeah, in respect in in its original meaning. Kira-kira seperti itu. That will be the second point of highlights that I would like to hear from you, Pak.
Right, Prof. Thank you for this for your second question. I tried to after your after you drew this in a sidang tertutup last
Right?
some days ago. I tried to think actually, and then
Okay.
I tried to do triangulation, and I came to a conclusion in my mind that I'm afraid the speech moderator of this came from the speech moderator from Sibisa.
Mm-hmm.
I got different answers when I tried to ask A, B, C, D about the sense or the meaning of Tanlok. So
Okay.
there is my triangulation. So I doubted about the speech moderator
Mm.
description or statement about polite and impoliteness. I think to
Mhm.
me it is just his own perception.
Perspective,
Yeah,
perception, right?
yeah. So, and I tried to make a decision that I have to drop it. I mean, I have
Mm.
to drop it. Although
Mhm.
actually the data, the transcript of the interview still there, but I
Mm.
didn't put it in the discussion chapter. So I drop it, Rob. Actually, I'm very sorry because you cannot get the revision of my new dissertation after I tried to,
It's
yeah.
it's okay, Pak. It's okay,
Okay.
Pak. But I think we have the same perception, belief that the longer the process of making an artifacts, right, more intense it is in the process of making it. I think it will get deeper meaning when we are delivering, uh, using it in the process of cultural and social interactions. I believe so. Semakin sederhana membuatnya, semakin sedikit maknanya. Semakin lama mengerjakannya, semakin intens, feeling, emotion, and cultural meaningnya juga akan semakin dalam menurut saya. Since you are talking about semiotics meaning, right? Okay,
Yes.
that's all. Thank you very much, Pak. Congratulations once again. Terima
Thank you,
kasih, Bapak
Prof.
Pimpinan Sidang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Terima kasih Profesor Dr. Sri Mendardi yang telah memberikan pertanyaan dan juga saran-saran yang sangat konstruktif untuk Promovenda. Selanjutnya kita mohon kepada Bapak Profesor Dr. Iwayan Dirgaya Seemhum untuk memberikan pertanyaan, masukan kepada Promovenda.
Oke, terima kasih Bu Ketua. Oke, Pak Horas.
Yes, Prof.
First, I would like to say, studying cultural and tradition is challenging
Yes,
and everlasting.
everlasting.
Kalau belajar fisika cepat mual kan?
Yeah.
Kan gitu kan? Kalau belajar tentang culture and tradition is challenging. Why? Because it talk about us.
About life.
No, it talk about us,
Yeah,
people.
yes, yeah.
Okay, I have only one clarification, just a matter of opinion, and about this dissertation, and then I switch to another topic. Just try to get the point. Again, when you are discussing about your research in terms of region, in terms of regions. So when people think in terms of regions, there are a number of regions. Yeah. As you write down in your dissertation, Sibisa, apa lagi?
Humbang.
Humbang dan lain sebagainya.
Yeah.
It's a regions. When you try to determine a place to be a location of your research, and then you think that the people living that one are Bataknis, itu kan? Bataknis in Sibisa, Bataknis in Silindung,
Okay.
and Bataknis in Humbahas.
Yeah.
So when we think about that one, you think that the spread, the migration, there are 2 points. There are 2 possibilities why Batak people live in different places. First, there is a term migration. That's theory. The first thing, it's migration. Originally, Batak people live in one place and they upstream migrate to another place. That's the first concept. And the second, Batanis live in that place, 4th place that you are determining, by given. God create, hey orang Batak, sebagian you di sini, sebagian you di sini, sebagian. Itu tidak mengikuti teori migration. I just want your clarification. In that case, Batanis living in different place, it is a matter, it is because of migration or because of given?
Yeah.
Only one that
I
one.
answer now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Consistently.
Yeah.
Migration.
Migration. Okay, saya lanjutkan kalau migration. If you say it is a migration, there is an origin.
Yes.
Ya kan? There is an origin. Karena hubungan dengan budaya. Budaya itu juga people-nya migrate dan budayanya ikut kan? Kan gitu kan konsep. So, the origin of Bataknis is of the 4 yang mana? Which one?
Based on my parents and my parents of
No. You choose 4 place for your research.
I just
Oh yeah, you would like to
because I don't know nothing. I know nothing about this because I wasn't born there.
Okay.
This is about my parents,
Yeah,
my parents, and so on.